All right, we have Hoffman. First time on the channel. I've had this channel since 2018, and I'm definitely excited to review them for the first time. I'm actually going to be reviewing their racing series. This is the Racing 40, and they're actually very kind to send two variations. So this is the box that it comes in, and we take away the sleeve, and very just, you know, no frills, but it gets the job done. We open it up and we get a certificate, and this is the Racing 40, as I said, and this is you know, your reference number, serial, everything else you can put on there. Here is a thank you card here. All right, and also a instruction manual with warranty, and then you've got some padding there, and then here we go. There's the watch. That is a beauty. This is indeed the Panda version. So that is a beaut indeed. Inspired by racing chronographs, and of course that ever so famous Rolex that we all know and love, the Rolex Daytona. Definitely pays some homage to that. However, definitely does not copy it. And I also have, which is my favorite, the black version, the all black. And this one is all done in PVD. And yeah, so I think for the sake of at least taking a look at some of the features, I'm going to show you guys at least this one here, the Panda. And when we take a look at the dial, you see that it has two sub-registers. The one at 3 o'clock is going to be your 24-hour military time, and the one on the left is going to be your stopwatch function, and that's going to count down your minutes. And as you can see, the chronograph hand was activated, and then you stop it and it'll spin back. Actually, it doesn't spin back around. It actually snaps right back into place, just like a traditional mechanical movement. However, this is not a mechanical movement. This is indeed the Seiko VK64. And this is the mechanical quartz movement by Seiko. And it definitely is going to keep good time. So when you click the stopwatch, or should I say the top pusher, you'll see that hand it's not sweeping, but it's also not ticking away. It's somewhere in between. It almost looks like a movement that has a beat rate of 21,600 beats, but a little bit less, as you can see here. But definitely gives you at least that mechanical look there. And then we stop it, reset it, and forget it, right? Now, we'll take a look at the black version here as well. And when we activate, you can't really see, everything's blacked out. So we do get luminescence on the hour and minute hand. Same thing over here. You don't get lume on any of the other handsets. Now on the midnight, or the all black version, I should say, the subdials, even the hands are in black. So hard to read, but it does give it a really cool look. And as I said, the whole entire case is done in PVD. And they even did the back of the case in PVD, which a lot of companies, they skimp on that, and they usually keep that either polished or brushed stainless steel. So it's a nice touch that they were able to do that. You do get screws all around. I'm not a huge fan of that, but because this is a I'm never a huge fan of screws, because eventually they get stripped, you lose them. I like a traditional screw case back. I think you get better water resistance with that as well, because you have even pressure on the gasket. So I'm gonna have to zonk Hoffman on that one. Not a huge fan of that. Now I do have this watch on an Artem sailcloth strap. It is a 20 millimeter in lug width. You do get a 48 millimeter lug to lug, and you do get 40 millimeters on the watch itself. And this is the leather strap that it comes on. And, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's pretty much your traditional. I mean, when you buy a alligator strap, this is pretty much what you expect. Now, I think the upgrade that I would say that you get here is definitely the tang buckle here. You do get some nice brushing and some chamfered edge polishing. So I do give them credit on that. Look at that. Nice job. The buckle feels very nice, actually. It's definitely the highlight of the strap for sure. You do get, I mean, I can't say it's generic because, I mean, you are getting Hoffman here, but it does feel generic though. So, I mean, I'm happy to say that Hoffman at least put some personal touches on here and made a substantially very nice buckle, actually above average that I would expect from a buckle like that. And then you do get Hoffman there on the inside. I would have preferred it on the outside, to be quite honest with you, but not a big deal, just nitpicking there. I'm going to throw it on the wrist and show you guys what this looks like on the wrist. I'll show you both versions on the wrist. As I may have mentioned on, I don't think I did mention, but on the Panda version, you are getting stainless steel with polishing and brushing on the top of the lugs there. But there it is on wrist. And as you can see, you get that polish on the sides and you get the brushing on the tops of the lugs, which I do like that look. Very nice. And there is the strap. Very handsome watch. I mean, I'll have to be honest with you. The pictures don't do this watch justice. When I opened this up for the first time, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I was expecting to see a larger, more gaudy looking watch, something that just, I don't know. Especially, I think the price point may have thrown me off, or I don't know what it was, but I wasn't expecting such a beautifully done watch, especially this black version. This black version looks a lot more expensive than the price tag, and I think they did a really nice job. I have to admit, they did a nice job on both these watches, but I have to admit that the black is my personal favorite. If I were to indeed keep one, and there it is on that Artem strap, as I said, but if I were to keep one, it would definitely be this one. And I'll tell you, nice job. Now you do get this polished, they call it a polished bezel, but it looks like a ceramic insert. All right. I like the beveling on that crystal, by the way. Very nice job. And you also get anti-reflective coating. Not bad for this price point. And I think what keeps the price point down is the fact that you're getting that Seiko movement, the VK64. That really does help with that price point. So, but however, when you're not running the chronograph, you're not seeing any of the hands moving. Like, you're not seeing that second hand move. Okay. So, you know, if you're one of those type of people that are really a stickler for, like, I don't want my second hand even ticking at the least, well, guess what? It's not. You know, everyday wear without running that chronograph, it's just going to stay put. And I do have a automatic Hamilton that doesn't have any hands moving, kind of like what we have here. So there are automatic watches where you don't see the sweep of the hand until you activate the chronograph. And that's what you get here. But you're getting this in the mechanical, or the VK64 Mecha Quartz. So to show you more details of the watch, you do get the H on that crown, and you do get that traditional pattern on the crown for good grip. I call these pushers the top hat pushers. You do get that. Same thing actually as I have on another watch in my collection, the Navi Timer. So there you go there, top hat pushers. Okay. So I'll tell you, I don't want to say that I wasn't expecting much, but I have to say that this watch is actually exceeded my expectations. And I think for the price point, you're getting a fair price point for this watch. And if they save money with the box, I'm okay with that. If they saved money by putting the VK64 in there, I think they made the necessary adjustments and basically had the necessary savings in this watch to keep the price point down, but yet still give you a quality finished watch that doesn't look like a $269 watch. This actually does look like it's actually more expensive than that. And I give them kudos for that. So they're passing on that savings on to you, the customer. And I'll tell you, it wears well. And I'll tell you, if there's, as I said, if there's going to be one watch that stays in my collection, it will be this one out of the two. So as you do see, there is 50 meters of water resistance. Now, the fact that it comes in a leather strap is going to give you the indication that this is not a water watch. And, 50 meters of water resistance, I mean, you can pay up to $10,000 for a watch with 50 meters of water resistance. Just ask the Breitling Navitimer, right? So I'm okay with the 50 meters of water resistance. Of course, I prefer at least 100, but as I stated, if it's going to be on the leather strap, you can't really expect to put it in the water anyway. Now, of course, that I have it on the Artem sailcloth, of course, I want to get it wet, but it's only going to have hand washing duties and definitely not swimming duties. So there you go with that. Just a little bit more detail on the dial itself. You do see those concentric circles in the subdials there. Very minimal font here, at least. There's a lot of negative space, which is nice. I know a lot of collectors want to see more of the dial and less font. So I think Hoffman did a pretty good job with that. Very well balanced. And you also see your outer track done in black. Very nice contrast there. So at night, you're going to see the hour, minute, and the indices. You get these little dots here that will light up as well. So nice touch. But I think overall, I think you're getting a really, really good value here. And I just want to thank Hoffman once again for sending these watches out. I don't have to return them. So, but as you can see, definitely does not bias my opinion, as I stated. So there you go with that. So I just wanted to highlight the warranty. Hoffman gives you a 12-month warranty, and here's what it doesn't cover. I personally would like to see at least a 2-year warranty. Micro brands and other brands are anywhere from 1 to 2. I like to lean more towards the 2-year warranty personally, but that's, again, a personal preference. Some companies like SWC, they'll do a 3-year warranty. So I figure you guys would definitely want to know that as well. So there you go with that. When we took a look at the back of the case here, it does give you some information that I love when companies do that for you. Wish that they would have at least put the movement on there. I think that would have been pretty important. But they do give you the water resistance, the model name, and the fact that it's sapphire crystal. But I do like it when they do the movement as well. I think that's a nice personal touch. And for me personally, and like this is just as for every brand, they don't do this, but I wish that companies did this, and this is not against Hoffman, but I wish they would put the date of when this was manufactured. It just, for me, watches just don't do that. And I wish that they did that. I know like there's a way with other brands where you could take a look at the serial number and then match it up with like when it was manufactured. Breitling even does it where you can look in between the lugs, so you have to take the bracelet off, and then you can actually see in between the lugs. They have, for instance, 0 to 2-3, which would be the second month of 2023. I like that touch. I just wish it was just printed on the back. I don't know. That's just every brand knows, so not against Hoffman. Just my 2 cents. You guys can keep the change. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time on Average Joe Watch Reviews. God bless, my friends.